The library used to be the place you had to go to get a book. Libraries don't deal in books anymore, but the library was always a place you went to learn. And so this is really kind of a way for a library to metamorphosize into a new learning space.
They were looking for something that would still be a relevant usage of the sort of the stewardship of knowledge and portals to the information in a more updated, modern way.
This is not a library anymore. It's so much more, and it's the happening place to be. It's, I think, something closer to a commons, the way Went Commons is called. It's like a learning center.
The students have the feeling that you're visiting their space, and that makes a very, very different learning environment than a conventional classroom.
I think it's more accessible for them than going to the math department, and especially like office hours. I think they are under the impression that office hours, if you're kind of bothering the professor and you have to go just if you have questions.
Adding spaces, more space for students to come and have that kind of collaborative atmosphere, I think is extremely important for libraries and for the campus as well.
The students learn through technology, they learn from each other, so if you can host the students in collaboratively working together, you're basically filling the role of the old library with the card catalog and students showing up and getting books and sitting down.
In building those connections, students' connections to information, students' connections to each other as a resource, students' connections to people who can help get them to more resources, is ultimately symbiotic for both the student body and for libraries.
It's amazing that there is a whole structure and unit who's helping me with my teaching. That is not the case if you're teaching in an old classroom by yourself. It's a group of people who are concerned about your teaching, and they're there to help you.
I think it's important for the university to have spaces like this. I'm not sure that it's important for it to be in a library or some other facility. However, a library is a good department agnostic location. Since these facilities are expensive and difficult to maintain, it's not feasible for each department to have their own necessarily.
When you have something that's open and intended to be used for anywhere from 16 hours a day to 24/7, you need to have security in place. You need to have limited egress, and you need to have on-site individuals available to help out somebody if they need it, who's a staff person. And the libraries already had that type of setup, arrangement, logistics in place.
It's like the best marriage of having the resources of a library with the computer technology of a computer lab, plus the freedom and casual atmosphere of somewhere like Union South, where students can feel free to meet and eat and come and go and talk to each other. It is the best combination, I think, of all of the different study spaces we offer on campus.